Hello everyone, welcome back to another Friday and another casual champion review. It's rabbit time, wabbit season. The Aurora's here on PB. What? What? What was that? Well, yes, we're here on the PBE server playing Aurora, the brand new champ. Oh, what? Wait, how did I do that? Wait, what is happening? Oh, there we go. Oh, she rides it around like a broomstick. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. Okay, well, today we're playing Aurora, and guess who was right, baby? I posted that thing on Twitter saying that she was gonna have thighs were gonna be a central part of her character, and you all laughed at me. Look at what happened today. So I win. I'll talk about that more later in the video. Oh, she pulls her. What is this pause feature? I don't get it. You know what I do get though? Fan art section. Oh my god. There's so much, so many. I kind of can't believe it. I am recording this literal hours before I'm about to leave for my flight to Amsterdam because I'm going to TwitchCon. I am absolutely mortified, but you know, at least I'll get to punch Dumbs in the face. But because of that, because I had to upload this video early in advance, it means that anyone who sends any fan artwork to me either late Wednesday or Thursday, early Friday, unfortunately will not show up in this video. But no, I do immensely appreciate it. I love the fan artwork you guys make all the time. Some of these in here, I don't want to name names or pick favorites, but some of these are absolutely splendid. So thank you, fellas. I'm going to try and enjoy myself at TwitchCon. Enjoy this video. It's a very long one. I had a lot to say about the Bunny Girl Champion. As I was saying, when Aurora first got teased, when she was just under that cloak, I made a post saying something along the lines of, like, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. And it's just, yep, she's probably going to look like that in the cloak. They're probably going to give her big thighs. And what do you know? I was correct. For once in my goddamn life. And unlike Smolder, where I kind of just learned as I played the game, I did actually go into a practice tool this time. Okay, I know what Aurora does. I know what her abilities do this time. But this little rabbit has been a point of contention recently for many reasons, and we'll get into that. But first, I think we should probably start with her lore. So Aurora introduces a brand new tribe of Vastaya to Runeterra. We've had so many. We got the Shimon, that's Wukong. We got the Kilash. As Rengar. Lotan, I believe, is Zyra Khan. Athrani, that's Soraka, or what Soraka based her appearance on. And the Mirai are Nami's people. I might have missed one. Oh, Ubicat, that's Nico. But now we have the Brenny, these bunny Vastayans, and they live in the Freljord. But Aurora is unique in that she has access to the spirit realm in a certain way. She can view creatures in the spirit realm. Well, most beings on Runeterra are unable to view the spirit realm or don't even know it exists, because it kind of exists parallel to base Runeterra, so all the spirits are flying around all the time, but nobody can see them. But Aurora can, and she grew up playing with these spirits as her friends of sorts, but everyone just thought she was crazy. Even her parents didn't really understand. It just kind of looked like she was talking to herself. But her aunt Havu, I believe was her name, believed her that she could actually commune with these spirits and told her to embrace it. And as Aurora grew up, she would spend time not just playing with the spirits anymore, but fascinated by them, documenting their existence and their different behaviors, which Aurora kind of introduces. Oh my goodness. Wow, that feels really unfair. For the longest time in Runeterra, we've known spirits as more kind of mystical, angry creatures, also related to demons as well. And so Aurora introduced the idea that, well, no, there's nice spirits there too, even though Yordles are technically spirits. We've known them for a long time. But the little blue goobers that she has all around her all the time, these are these nice, friendly spirits. Though she would encounter during her research what she dubbed wayward spirits, which are spirits that have kind of lost their way, become angered and enraged. And so she tries to soothe them and bring them back to peace. Oh, that's the wrong... I know what I'm doing, but she knew that if she wanted to continue her research, she would have to leave home. So she does just that, adventures out into the wilds of the Freljord, and would eventually discover a wayward spirit, a giant, terrifying elk monster, all stained and bruised and bloody, but using her knowledge of trying to help out the sprites and the spirits, she's able to help calm him down, and somehow is able to tuck him away in the spirit realm. I don't remember if that was ever explained. But to discover the mystery of this wayward spirit, she decides, I need to go travel and find Udyr. What is it? Can I can't grab him. Oh, because Udyr is the greatest spirit walker in all of Runeterra, she knew that he would probably be able to help figure out what this elk creature even was, but Udyr is not really able to help. He believes that this elk creature is too far gone, unable to commune with him, and thinks, if you really want to have help with this, maybe go find the demigods. I'm sure they'll be helpful, which, you know, Volibear, very well known to be a helpful person. But Aurora makes the logical choice and decides to seek out Ornn instead. And I'm sure you guys have seen the comic, Aurora goes and meets with Ornn. They're very nice together. Aurora is very quiet and shy and gentle, which are things that Ornn hasn't really seen from non-demigods in a long time. And so they eventually form a bit of a friendship, so much so that Ornn decides to reveal secrets to Aurora. I think I did a thing. Ornn reveals to Aurora that this wayward elk spirit creature is, in fact, one of his siblings, and his name is Haestrir, which, it's not the name that we'll probably know about him if he ever comes to the game. There's more of them. Like, why can't I grab them? Like, Ornn is Ramharg, Volibear is Valhir, and I think we learned that Ysarn is Anavia's name, that's cool. But Ornn also reveals that this is not Haestrir's true form, that he only looks that way because of dwindling worship. Why are the sounds muffled? Is that for everyone, or is that just me? What, only some of them are? Any developer, I suppose. Like all spirits, he's only as powerful as the people who worship him, and unfortunately, there's not many people left worshiping him. And so now Aurora, armed with the knowledge of the other demigods in existence, she decides, well, Ornn may not have all the answers, but perhaps the other ones will. So she's going on a bit of a quest to go find the rest of them, with the ultimate goal of trying to save Haestrir, but is aided by Ornn, who just died. Ornn gifts her an artifact, a symbol of his friendship, that he trusts her, and it's a magic wand that will allow her to not just see the spirit realm like she has been her whole life, but allow her to actually portal herself into it. It does raise some good thoughts of like, oh, maybe because of Aurora existing, we'll be able to see the Seal Sister or the Iron Boar down the line, but it took 7 years to get Aurora, so I think we're going to be waiting a long time to see any more Freljordian champions. One of my big worries about her whole lore, though, is Haestrir, and not because I don't like him. I think he's cool. I think it's weird that he doesn't show up in game at all, like even like in her recall or something, for being like the entire motivation of her whole story arc that she's going through right now. It seems weird that he doesn't even make a cameo or something. My worry about it is mainly because Haestrir existing potentially trivializes the demigods as a whole, because the demigods are supposed to be kind of a higher level of spirit. They are primordial forces of nature. Like Ornn is fire, Volibear's lightning, Anavia's ice, Seal Sister's water, Iron Boar is, I assume, metal, maybe earth, and I have no idea what Haestrir is supposed to be. Maybe wind? Maybe air? I don't know. John Bugman! Oh, I do damage, though. So my worry is that because the demigods are supposed to be special, if they introduce too many demigods, or just random ones, like if Haestrir's not a god of anything, he just happens to be one of Ornn's siblings, it will completely trivialize the whole thing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it worked out. Like, come on, he should be right here. Why not? Just have him pop out here. Like, she can tuck him into the spirit realm. Just have him pop out. You don't need to have him in every skid. Just seems a little silly to me. I absolutely love the client minigame, though. Just being able to see the interactions between her and Ornn as best friends was not just heartwarming. It was nice to get that special bit of extra promotion, considering a lot of champions in recent times just kind of drop with no warning at all. And hopefully this prevents her from being cannibalized by the Anima Squad event. Riot keeps making this same mistake of releasing the new champ at the same time as the big event. Then what? What do you mean people care more about the new event? Oh, care more about the new event than the new champion. Oh, I could have won that. Yeah, if I like pressed Alt and then walked next to it and then I would teleport to the other side, I would have been safe. And I do think it's poetic that Ornn releasing the first half of League's lifespan, the first 7 years, is also best friends with the next Freljordian champion, releasing the latter 7 years. That's great. That's a good segue, because she is the first new Freljordian champion in 7 years. There's been a few reworks in that time, but as a Freljordian champion, I don't get it. Like, winter animals are supposed to be insulated by cold weather, right? She's a rabbit, an Arctic rabbit. Basically, you could go off of that. But then she's got the exposed thighs, the exposed shoulders. She's got cloth on her arm, super thin. That ain't protecting you from any kind of cold. It's not like animals that live in the Arctic are just like, well, you know, because I'm up there, I magically am able to survive on that. Like, no, like polar bears, thick skin, seals, blubber, all kinds of mammals, really heavy fur, very fluffy. Have you seen Arctic rabbits? Those are some round boys. They're not even fat. They're just super fluffy. It makes them look really round. Oh my god, I'm doing it. I'm the best gamer that's ever existed. Oh god. Do frogs eat rabbits? I'm sure there's some kind of... They do eat rabbits! Like, the only kind of fur she has is peach fuzz. She's got this little bit on her face, those little splotches on her shoulders and on her thighs, and that's kind of it. That ain't protecting you from nothing, Aurora. Like, I don't even say to make her a full-on furry, because I don't really like that stuff, but, you know, he could have given her, like, a big neck fluff or something, have her like really just poofy. Could make it really poofy. I'm just sad because I did kind of like the cloak better for that. I thought it fit her character significantly better and also was unique and practical for the region she's from. Though the cloak, it doesn't need to be on like fully on all the time because it hides her bunny ears, her bunny tail, all the bunny parts about her. But there was a concept art I saw that I just thought was so perfect that had her ears folded over her to make a makeshift scarf, and that I love that. But also because Aurora is supposed to be a very shy character, so having her cover up her face like that with her own ears just makes it so adorable and charming. I'm so sad we didn't get that. But that's one of the main things I want to make a point about for Aurora's design. Probably what I'm going to title the video is that Aurora doesn't really feel like a League of Legends champion. She feels like someone's OC. Wait, where? Little friends. Wait, they don't give me passive stacks though. Do they just follow me? Is this like bard chimes? No, wait. They die if I leave them. I hate this character now. The thing that definitely weirded me out the most about Aurora's lead up is we saw the early preview of her splash art and we were told, no, this isn't the final one, it's going to be made better. I'm like, okay, so they're probably going to change the lighting effects a bit, so it's not as dark, maybe polish up the particle effects of the magic a little bit. And they did do both of those things. But the other thing they did was increase the size of her assets. And yeah, that feels very weird to me. With this type of stuff, you always run into the weird dichotomy. Because for all the people who are like, yes, I want the booba to be bigger, well, you're over-sexualizing femininity and you hate women. Or if you're on the opposite end where you don't like that, suddenly you're destroying femininity and you hate women. And that was no greater exemplified than the two different posts I made on Twitter. I told you we come back to that. I made the one post before Aurora got fully revealed and I said, this is probably what I think she's gonna look like. I know Riot Games at this point, they're probably just going to give her big thighs. And then I got called a lot of really nasty things, and one of them being a gooner. I hate what's become of that word. I miss what it was all about. Oh, I miss when goons were about, yeah, boss. Yeah, what you want, boss? Yeah, I got you, boss. And now it's just freaks. And then I made a separate post that I thought would just be funny as a little joke to draw Aurora as a full rabbit. And I think I said something like, Aurora if Riot weren't cowards. Like, I feel like that's pretty obviously a joke just to make her just a rabbit with glasses. But then people comments like, well, yeah, of course, you hate women. You hate attractive characters because you're pathetic. It's, what? There is no winning in this, though. Admittedly, I have been very stuck up about this whole topic in the past, especially in my earlier videos, and I think I've unfortunately developed that stigma over time, but I like to think that I've grown from it. I'm not so much entirely repulsed by it as I once was. I will live this! That's some bullshit. I've kind of grown to an understanding, like, no, it's not always a bad thing. You can have plenty of characters that are designed to be very attractive, and it works great. You know, Pantheon, Samira, Evelyn. Like, there's plenty of champions in League itself that fit that philosophy exactly. And in fact, that was one of my major driving goals of the Cassiopeia redesign video, was like, I'm going to try that myself. I'm going to try and make an attractive character and show that, like, yeah, no, making attractive characters is fine. It just should make sense for the character in question. And it's not like Aurora is over-sexualized. She's not like Silas or Syndra in that avenue. But it's also, why would they do that to her splash art if not to try and appeal to that demographic? It kind of goes against who her character is, doesn't it? Isn't she supposed to be this very shy, quiet, and introverted person? And that helps with the glasses, obviously, although it's weird to have glasses, I think, in a region that doesn't really feel technologically advanced. To make glasses, I mean, they could have been magic glasses. That's, you know, I think that would have been better. That the wand was like an inheritance thing of her family, and then Orn gifted her the glasses to be able to properly see into the spirit realm. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. That's also why I like the cloak, because the cloak helped to show, yes, she likes to close herself off. She's trying to go out in the world and trying to be adventurous. Like, you know, you'd wear a cloak like that if you're going out. You don't just wear that at home. But it also perfectly symbolizes her shyness and practical weather gear for the Freljord. I feel like I've been rambling so much that I didn't even get anywhere close to what I finished. What do I want to say about her design? Nor do I talk about her gameplay at all. So I think we're probably going to go to a game 2 here, unless we somehow do a miraculous comeback. Okay, game 2, we're back. We're going to talk a bit more about Aurora's design. Are you kidding me? What is that? What is this feature, dude? I can't even buy my items. Is this new? I didn't see this anywhere in the patch notes. Has this been on here for a while? I'm so confused. Thankfully, everyone in the last game just stopped using it after the laning phase, but I don't know if that's going to be the same here. I somehow imagine that. This is awful. This is genuinely just... The point I was trying to get to with Aurora and why she feels so out of place, I think we can harken back to Neferi a lot. Because Neferi was in a very similar situation, I think Aurora is, where when they were designing Neferi, they had only one part of her design in mind. Like, they had the one aspect of their character they wanted to do, and they wanted to make Neferi a dog creature. And that's what they were set on. If you look at all the concept art, it was just like, here's a dog, dog. Don't know where we're going, don't know what her personality is, what region she's from, what kind of species she even is. We just want a dog character. And so what happens is that they end up trying to force Neferi into being a Darkin, because they're like, oh, we can make a Darkin character at the same time. And then suddenly, well, she feels mismatched because the whole main part of her character being a Darkin was an afterthought. And I say all this for Aurora because she feels much the same way. And unlike Neferi, oh my god, Vladimir pauses the game after losing a trade, unlike Neferi, was basically hard confirmed by her own dev insights, where it said years and years ago, a few writers had this idea that they wanted to make a bunny mage champion. They didn't know where she would go, what her personality would be like, what region she's from, what power she, whatever. They just wanted to make a bunny mage. And so they tried to force this idea of making this bunny mage character, and eventually developed the kid as like, oh yeah, well, she steals ults. And then they decided that that was too evil. Oh, speak of the devil. It's also probably why Aurora has glasses, because Silas had glasses originally. They decided, though, that alts were too evil for a character that's supposed to be a bit on the sweeter side, an innocent little bunny mage girl. But I guess putting curses on people is fine. And then as development of this bunny mage disbanded, bits and pieces were torn away from her to be made into different champions. Like I said, Silas. Oh, that's not a teammate at all. And other parts of her were made into Lilia and Yone and Fiddlesticks somehow, but the core thing is that they still wanted to eventually add this bunny mage into the game. It didn't really matter how. And then eventually, I think when Riot Lexical or Neo Lexical got in charge, he's like, oh, okay, present some ideas what you want to do. And Kindlejack, who's the guy who designed it, which Kindlejack has done a lot of characters, he presented like, yes, finally my time to make the bunny mage character. And this again is important because in the same vein that Briar is eerily like Riot August, Private OC Do Not Steal, Aurora especially feels that way. Oh my god, is this because I stole your glasses? This feels personal at this point. Like when I look at Aurora, I think of Sonic Forces. As weird as that sounds. Like, you know in Sonic Forces, when you make your own custom character, you can always tell the custom character and the official character apart from each other because it looks so jarring. And again, that's because a lot of League's design and region core philosophies were kind of thrown out the window in favor of, I want to make cute bunny mage and make it look cool. In that avenue, she gives off the feeling she's more of a passion project of a few rioters. and not an actual champion designed to exist in Runeterra. I hate this Silas. Now, is that a bad thing? It depends on your point of view. Again, to me, if you're doing like an individual thing, this is like an individual side project of a writer or whatever, then that, sure, whatever. But making her a full official character, it feels strange. And it feels especially strange because it's not like she's bad. I don't think that she is a poor design from a pure visual appeal standpoint. Like, there's a lot of things I actually think are very visually interesting about her. I like the big bunny ears sticking out of the big witch cap. Of course, I'm not immune to giant witch hats. I think they're fun. I like the big puffy shoulders she has on her coat. I like the lining of fur on it, even though it's not her actual fur, so I guess, I don't know, she kill her own kind for that. And she has a really great color scheme, actually. It's best exemplified in her official render art, where you get these whites contrasted with the bright orange of her hair and the blue on her jacket. Like, it's very visually appealing to look at. And again, usually that's what OCs do. And that's what I mean. She feels like an OC because that's what they are designed to do. They're not meant to invoke some grand story or be some super thought-provoking character that's like, oh man, I sure do wonder what's going to happen to this character in the future. It's mostly, no, you make an OC because, well, this is what I visually like. And I'm going to just do what I visually like because I think it looks cool. Okay, so I want to make a Vastaya, but I want to put her in a region that we have never seen any Vastaya in before. They're all commonly known in Ionia. I want to put her on the opposite side of the planet because, yes, she's immune to the cold. She doesn't need to wear anything to keep herself warm, but she's not an Iceborn because I don't want to do that. She can see into the spirit realm and have all these little spriteling goobers with her. You know, it's supposed to be Shen's unique thing, but I don't care. I want that for my character as well. And actually, she's going to meet the demigods, and also there's actually a lot more than the ones we knew about. And also, she's going to become their best friend and go on adventures. You see what I mean? Like, it sounds like someone's random crackpot fan fiction. It makes Aurora feel more like she was a character that was forced into this. Oh, that is unfortunate. It makes her feel more like she was a character that was forced into this world and not one that fits naturally. It's trying to fit the square piece in the circle hole. Again, I'm mixed about that because, you know, I design new characters all the time. I love making up new characters, but I'm also not making characters for a multi-billion-dollar company on a game played by hundreds of millions of people. You know, I'm proud for the writer, though. You know, like, good on you. I mean, yeah, I would absolutely love if my cast redesign got in LOR or something, or they actually use that. Like, of course, that'd be a dream come true. So I can understand the drive to want your own personal creations and something that you enjoy. I will say, though, I do think that they handled the whole autism spectrum thing quite well for her. I'm just worried that they will use it too much. Oh, they will use it too much as a marketing tool. It's not that I even mind if that's used in marketing. Like, it's like, yes, our character is on the autism spectrum, or yes, our character is non-binary, or they're gay or bi or polyamorous, whatever. It doesn't matter. My only worry is that when that happens, you know, you're gonna get all the red-pilled alpha males are gonna come out of the woodwork and be like, I cannot stand this game any longer. They put a character who does not think they are male nor female. I can't believe this. I am deleting the game. I don't know. I think the whole situation is very strange. I think they at least handled the whole thing where she's autistic with respect. Though again, another thing of OC Do Not Steal, they even say in the dev insights that Runeterra doesn't even have a word for what autistic is. So they kind of just, yes, our character is autistic, and now that's a thing in Runeterra. Sure. Though, of course, you know, that doesn't discredit the fact that there could be autistic people in Runeterra. Again, they just probably don't have a word for it because they're not as technologically advanced as us. Piltover would disagree, but, you know. And I think the last big thing that makes her kind of strange to me in that OC avenue is the fact that she's a bunny girl that isn't really capitalized on in her design. Like, again, she does the walking on her tiptoes type thing. Apparently, that's an autism thing. I do that all the time. And now I need to go talk to a doctor. But in terms of her mannerisms of how she actually behaves, she doesn't really behave like a bunny at all. Like, she's not hopping around. She's not a lot more sporadic. It's in stark contrast, I think, to champions like Xayah and Rakan, where them being birds is a central core to their character. They're supposed to be the yin and yang of the birds of paradise. Where Xayah is very dull and drab with a muted color scheme. Like, a lot of female birds of paradise are like that because the males are very bright, vibrant, exaggerated, not dead, colorful, because they put on big shows to impress the female birds. Rakan makes sense to be shirtless because he's showing off. He's putting on a show. But Xayah is more covered up with the cowl, covered covering herself more with bandages and robes and stuff because she's a bit more introverted in that way. Like, great visual storytelling and an immaculate way to use the animals that they're based on to make their character even more interesting. Whereas with Aurora, it just kind of feels like she's a bunny because, again, they just wanted to make a bunny mage. It doesn't really feel important. She could have been a cat or a wolf or a dog or anything. It didn't really matter. Could have been a pigeon like this Seraphine skin is. I don't think that her design or a lot of her animations really capitalize on her being a bunny, but almost ironically, her gameplay is perfect. I don't mean perfect as in she's balanced, although I can't say that for sure. I can't say she seems annoying. Absolutely. And the more I'm playing her, the more I'm realizing that she feels a lot like Lilia. Which, you know, now that I'm connecting the dots, Dum seemed irrationally excited for this champion. And the fact that she is, you know, a cutesy animal girl who runs really fast. I'm a failure. The fact that she's a cutesy animal girl who runs around really fast, is a little bit shy and introverted, and is all about a hit and run play style. I'm like, oh my god, this is Lilia. Like, I play Lilia mid all the time. I don't play her jungle because I just don't like him. Like, the one thing that holds her back is that she's not ranged, so she kind of struggles into the range matchups. And then this just feels like I'm playing Lilia with range. But again, it does fit the thematic of a bunny, just jumping and hopping around all over the place, cutting corners on a dime and trying to run away, not really engaging fully. Like, it feels very thematically appropriate, even more so than it does for Lilia. And a lot of champions can just go invisible because they said so. With Aurora, it's like, well, she hops into a portal and goes to the spirit realm, and people can't see the spirit realm, so she's invisible there. A perfect explanation for why she can do it. Like, I think her gameplay, I don't know how well it's going to turn out in a balance sense. Again, she feels incredibly annoying, almost like a hybrid of Lilia in LeBlanc that way, where she's constantly teleporting back and forth between everything. I just realized I forgot to mention with the little goobers, there is in the concept art, they showed all those little concepts for all the sprites, and one of them was just Prey from Legend of Runeterra. Like, not even edited, just straight copy-pasted Prey. This guy has 2.5 million mastery points on Vladimir. On PBE. No wonder he was pausing the game all the time. He's an asshole for a living. And though I haven't really been doing that well these few games, I have kind of grasped her concept a lot faster than I think a bunch of other new champions. It took me a good while to get a handle on Skarner, and especially on Smolder and Hui, good god. But I feel like I've got a good understanding of this character already because she feels a lot like I'm playing Lilia 2.0, which is not what I was expecting. I guess the final point of contention I have with her, which I've been talking about Lilia, I've been talking about Aurora for like 50 some odd minutes, is her one skin. She is part of the Anima Squad event. I really am tired of Riot doing this. They did it with Neela and Nefiri and Akshan, where they kind of just cannibalize the new champion release by including them in the big summer event instead of giving them time to breathe. But it also doesn't help that her skin's not very good. I'll get overly critical of a skin and then find out the person who made it follows me on Twitter, and then I get really sad because I think they probably saw it and they're probably going to be sad that I don't like it, or mad that they're going to be mad at me. No, but I have to be honest. I don't understand why Aurora is in Anima Squad. She's already a rabbit. It would be like if you made Battlefish Fizz or Battle Gargoyle Galio. I guess if you decide to make Galio human, I don't know. Are you kidding me? Come on, let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him. This pause feature cannot make it to live servers, I swear to God. It just seems very redundant to make Battle Bunny for the bunny-themed champion as her first launch skin. I find her default skin, I know I just talked about how much I don't really like it. I do like it. I like it in a way that's like, yeah, the character you made is cool. Like, that's nice. It feels like it came from your heart. It just doesn't fit in League of Legends. There is options for her in the future, of course. I think she would make a great Coven. Oh my god. I think she would make a great Coven witch. Oh, I can't. I can't anymore. It broke my camera. I can't lock camera. I can't. It broke it. I hate this feature can't make it to live, or League of Legends is doomed. You know what? Maybe that's just the universe telling me that I need to stop talking about this champion and get packing, because I'm going to TwitchCon. I have to get ready. So I am very mixed on Aurora, I think, in general. You know, I can't shake the fact that she feels like an OC. Feels like someone's character that just got yoinked out of some other game or some other fictional universe and just planted right here in League of Legends. And again, good on the designer for getting their passion out to the game. That's great for them. It's hard to not shake that feeling. She feels like a guest star in this game almost. I can't say for sure how strong she's gonna be. Time will only tell for that. Everyone thought that Skarner and Smolder were terrible, and then they were... Oh, okay. Well, thank you, fellas. Oh, God. Oh, it's so ugly. Thank you, fellas, for watching this week's Casual Champion review. Next week will be on LeBlanc. And hopefully I'll be able to have the time to get back when I get back from TwitchCon. But thank you for watching me ramble about this bunny girl for this log, and I'll see you the next one. Okay? Goodbye.